So, full moon, super moon yesterday. I'm going to give you these little reminder, nudgy video blogs just here and there because I think of things and I think, oh, I must remind people to do this. And look, hey, I've got a lot of time on my hands now, so you're going to see a lot of me. Well, that might be a bad thing or it might be a good thing. That's up to you to decide. So we still have full moon energy today. And just FYI on that, when you are working with the full moon energies, I've always felt the full moons and even the new moons now, they are most potent 3 days prior and then 3 days after. So, don't get flustered if you miss the actual full moon itself. The energy is still very potent 3 days either side. I usually find, for me personally, I find the full moon energy more potent actually not on the full moon itself, just a bit before or a bit after. So don't worry, got lots of time to do lots of clearing and, just clear your space. And that is another thing I just want to remind you all, like with the intention of that, because today the full moon is in, I think it's 97%. I think it was 99% last night and now it's 97%. So it's still firing on all cylinders. And, to bring the power of that energy, that goddess energy in, we are clearing space. Remember, you're clearing space of old programs, old behavioral systems, belief systems, traumas, everything, absolutely everything out of your nervous system, your cells, your muscles, everywhere. Remember, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. Clear it all out because you want to make way for the new. And you want to bring in the new light codes and the new energy and, the new plan. Because, it is a lot of information out there which is being shared about the new earth, about where we're going. And I really do think that sometimes we forget and focus on what we don't want way too much because we forget about what we do want. So it's finding that balance in between. So you've got the neutral spot. The neutral spot, which is here, is where you're just in peace mode. When you feel too much rah-rah about this or too much rah-rah about that, you've got to come into that balance. And the way you come into the balance, the actual, what they call the still point, is here, the heart. This is where you maintain all of your aspects. It can only be possible to be in neutral by being in the heart. So yeah, it's not just about being all peace, love and harmony and, all that kind of stuff. It is, but on the scientific, basic, spiritual, mathematical aspect, to find the balance in the scales here. Okay, so from this neutral space, you want to visualize what you want to let go of, clear, use the energies, the moon's energies. And then you also, from here, you want to bring in the new, how the new earth looks like to you, in here, what your new way of living feels like. Bring it all in. So bring in the new, whatever that means to you. It's a bit like trying to drive your car from the back seat, because that's going to be like you're in the wrong space. I can only say that car journey would probably be something similar to a train wreck, and it ain't going to end well for you. So the way you find your place is to find the balance, be in the control center of that moving vehicle. You are the moving vehicle. And in this instance, it's in the driver's seat behind the wheel, not in the boot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, simple metaphor just to bring it right in there. So I have released a meditation called, I can never remember my titles because I changed them so much, but it's basically Atlantis in the New World, the ancient city of light, Atlantis in the New World. And I encourage you to go and vibe with that because it really helps you bring in those 50 vibrations from all of those years ago, thousands of years ago, of when Atlantis was very much alive and we're all in peace, love and harmony, to actually bring those vibrations and that memory back to the current time, because it's just a timeline. So you just want to bring that in, activate it within you because it's a deep remembering, didn't go anywhere. And then you can actually see through the eyes of an Atlantean, which is everything is in pure harmony, the new earth, you'll look at your garden differently, you'll look at your life differently, everything will be just high vibration instead of seeing all the impending doom, oh my God, everything's over, because that's just bullshit, that's just illusion. So now I think what I'm encouraging you to do is maybe now start to work with the lighter vibrations and come out of the mental body, come into the emotional, spiritual, and start to work with rebuilding. God, it's a blank canvas, isn't it? How flipping exciting. What does the new world look to you? What do you look like to the new world? There's that as well. So this is a time for maximum creation. This is a time for you to just flipping brainstorm and write shit out on your pad and go, what would that look like? Think of the biggest, most out there idea, times it by 1,000,000, and that's your new possibilities. It's all about infinite possibilities, infinite abundance, infinite wow, what's over? Look, I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones. What's over the Great Wall? Look, I know with Game of Thrones, what was over the Great Wall was not so good, but that was probably a really bad analogy. But anyway, maybe we use Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, somewhere over the rainbow. That's better. That's lighter because it's the yellow brick road, and I'm just trying to scan and see if anything horrific happened in that story, but I think we're good. But you get the gist, right? Gotta stop watching so many movies. So now, one more message to share with you that I actually got from the ancestors, the trees. So I was sat amongst the trees. I have a very foresty kind of garden, and I was looking at the trees, and you know what they showed me? They showed me, in fact, I was discussing this with a dear friend in Zimbabwe today, and they showed me the world, the world can move, it can change. These oak trees are sat here for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And they've seen wars, they've seen change of governments, they've seen death, disease, all of these things go on around them. Yet they have maintained their strong state. And they have continued their mission in life, which is to just grow. They've maintained their stance, that they're just grounded, and they're just holding space for their next tree brother next to them or their next tree sister. And they're just I won't say too busy. They're just grounded and centered in the fact that they are a tree, but they're part of a forest, and they're just going to grow. And all of this chaos has changed around them. Houses have been built, houses have been knocked down, floods have happened. Wars have happened, but you look at the same tree and it still stands there in its magnificence, doing its thing, supporting its tree brothers and sisters, and just reaching for the light, the sun. And the world keeps turning, which is what I'm trying to say to you guys. We are all going to be okay. You're going to be okay. But did you die though? Remember, that's my mantra. Did you die though? No, you didn't, and you never will. This is just the wheel keeps turning. So I'm going to leave you with that. Be like a tree. Be like an oak. Be like, maybe that's something to ponder. What kind of tree are you? And don't say a sapling, because nothing wrong with saplings, but I kind of think you're a bit bigger than that. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that, and enjoy the meditation. It's on YouTube, or you'll see it on Facebook or whatever. But yeah, onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards. Peace.